He rather falls for you, yeah, and he does bring out a couple of things that he's willing to sell to you. Who's your client? You've actually got a client that's sent you looking for it, haven't you? Hasn't he?
I've never met them. I don't
Yeah,
know
but
who they are.
I gave you a little and a thing on WhatsApp at
Let's
the
say the
beginning of the
name.
adventure. Sure I did. Never mind. Anyway, he starts saying that your client will love these. And given that he had already created an atmosphere that he didn't want to sell these, you're quite interested to see that he does want to sell these items. And he takes you aside out of hearing everybody else. He says,
Ooh.
"These are liberated from a faker," he says.
Oh. Liberated from a faker.
Yes, they're amazingly good. But there's this Irishman that I, shall I say, and wheeled and dealed. And he thinks he sold me one of his fakes. But these are the real thing.
Okay. Do you know where I can find this Irishman?
Yes. He's working out of a warehouse, Turkish-run warehouse, and he gives you an address.
Okay.
Not any of these things, but don't tell anybody I sent you there. I'm hoping to get some other pieces from him quite soon. Don't want my suspicions to be around. Don't blow my cover.
Secret is safe with me, old chap.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go and blow his cover.
Yes, clever. Like.
Right. So, how do you want to do this? Given that you blundered into a terrible fight the last time you investigated anything, are you going to be a bit more careful about?
Snipers on the rooftops.
I could get on a rooftop. I've got 2 guns.
Yeah,
That would have been useful last week.
Yeah.
So what is the aim of our mission here with this guy? Do we want to capture him? Do we want to get something off him?
Torture him.
I think it's probably torture. And then we get the treasure. Then we sell it to Morgan Richards.
And then it belongs in a museum.
Yes.
I'm thinking perhaps if you can get some kind of disguise, perhaps I can do something with electricity supply. I don't know what time of the day is to start with.
Well,
what time of the day
it's sort of mid-morning, coming towards lunchtime now, but you can actually approach this place at any time of day or night. That's part of your planning phase.
Yes. I don't know.
It out.
So I do have a disguise kit, but I do have lockpicks as well. So I don't know if it's worth taking a nighttime route or.
If it's at night, or if it's on the sunset or dawn,
can we?
I could try to fiddle with electricity supplies to give us some darkness.
Can we reconnoiter this place and see if it's got, armed guards or thugs or anything that we should be wary of?
Yes, I'll do that with my binoculars if we're standing away.
Ooh. Can someone just remind me? Obviously I know, but I'm testing you. Why we're chasing down this Irishman.
Right. So I'm not sure anybody does know necessarily. Right. You were interested in the expedition itself, the archaeologist that your friends, I should say, had rescued from the island.
Yes.
You had heard, and you think that's now false, that they were the front for another spy organization. Putting 2 and 2 together, maybe that other spy organization is involved in the kidnapping of that exhibition and this illegal art trade. So I think that's What you want to find out about it is who's
Right.
behind the illegal art trade. The motivations of everybody else here is some of their own. I'm sure Harry is trying to avenge the ill treatment of his friend, the archaeologist.
I'm gonna beat the crap out of that guy.
And we think the Irishman did it.
Well, so
Or is he
the
gonna lead
Russian,
us
the
to someone?
friendly Russian guy who you tied up and left on the island had said that antiquities were being taken from the island and then faked
Right.
by this Irishman. So
Hmm.
there seems to be a sort of international art fraud going on that you've stumbled upon.
Well, I can't stand for that.
I should hope so too.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's just rotten.
yeah, this is not a game where you're sort of murder hobos who go, right, how can we get on this great scam and make loads of money for ourselves? You are the troubleshooters. You're here to stop this sort of behavior.
Right, we could burn this warehouse down.
That would
That's what I'm
solve the problem.
thinking. Yeah.
Can't you call in an airstrike or something?
No, you're not that sort of murder hobo.
You're in the wrong game.
I think if we should try and find out more about it, because it could be a place we could infiltrate, or it might take a frontal assault to get in. But you know, until we know more.
Okay.
Or we can make that the opposite gang or the opposite the rivals. They do the dirty job for us.
Pay the rivals to do them in,
Yes,
or we could tell the police and just let them deal with it.
but you
Yeah,
need
that's
proof.
probably best, isn't it?
You need proof. You make them fight one to another, and then you call the police. You have an excuse to go in.
Well, surely they wouldn't question my authority. I'm wearing a uniform and everything.
Yeah, but you're a pilot, right?
I could probably phone like the people who sent me here. They could use their political clout.
You what, to get the police involved, you mean?
If it's an option.
Yeah.
They might have the police on their payroll.
Do you want to roll red tape or something like that? What sort of skill have you got
That's a good point.
to use the mechanics of your organization? The
I got
Swedish
45.
intelligence service.
45 and red
In
tape.
red tape.
Red tape. I could.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna phone home,
Mhm.
update them on what we've discovered, and see if they can suggest a course of action or find out if the police in this area are crooked. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Here we go. No, I failed that with a 71.
Can you flip it or anything?
A 1T7.
Now, how can you flip these?
Do you have anything that you can spend a story point to flip it on?
The abilities. Yeah.
Yeah. What are your
Pilot or military rank?
military rank? Yeah.
To get any soldier with the rank of private who belongs to the same armed forces as a uniform that I'm
No.
wearing to obey my. No, that's wrong, isn't it? I don't think I can, unless it's count as some sort of dog fight.
If you could, that's the sort of thing you could use if you're able to get hold of a Greek policeman's uniform
Right, I'm with you.
and speak Greek, of course, which may
Yes,
be
So-
beyond you.
I'm going to cycle back round to saying that we burn it down.
Back to the burn it down plan.
Yeah. If we block all the doors, like nail them shut or something, and then burn it down.
I suppose I could know someone at the location.
How often can you use that?
I think it's an unlimited amount of times. I could use
You
it.
got the story points.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you might know. I tell you what, having joked about it beforehand, you may know a policeman who, while you were sobering up in your first adventure, you got talking about antiquities and stuff. I might give you him as a contact.
Yeah, why not? I'll take him. It's better than nothing. Get on the phone to What's the really Greek name?
I probably got a
Dave.
name for you here. Give me a moment.
Stavros.
Stavros.
Inspector Basil Dimopoulos.
Basil Dimopoulos. Yeah, I get on the phone to Basil. Basil, old boy. I'm interested. If you could give us a little hand here. We're onto this dodgy antiquities dealer who's involved in some high-level fraud stuff, and we wonder if the police might be able to give us a bit of a hand. Oh boy.
Ah, you're Harry, the drunkard that we took in some nights back, yes?
That's me.
And
Harry
what
the
makes you
drunkard.
think that you should be doing police business? If you can tell
Well-
me everything you know, then we shall take it from here. You should not be endangering yourself or others with your drunken antics.
Look here, Basil. I'll remind you that I have I'm a knight commander of the most orderable honor of the Bath, and I've also
Knight
earned
Commander.
a distinguished service order and a military cross and a territorial decoration.
Oh dear.
I'm loving this approach.
I don't know where I'm going with this. So I'm clearly
what
a very
skill have you
trustworthy
got to
man.
try and
Yeah.
apply this
You're going to jail from here. But anyway,
outranking him?
A skill? What makes you think I have a skill that I can use? I can flip, charm, or subterfuge check. So the problem is my charm is 15.
Well, this sounds to me like a subterfuge
That's
check.
also 15. Well, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Come on.
So you want to get what am I going to give you any minuses? Do you want to give yourself any pluses in any way?
Well, no, I don't have any.
I tell you what, if you were to take him a bottle of booze, I might give you a +1 or 2.
Okay, how do I do that?
Go to an off license, buy some booze, take it to the station.
Okay, I'm doing that. But what I'm asking is, do I have to do some sort of money check or something? Wealth check?
So for a bottle of ouzo, I don't care.
Okay, I'm doing that. I'm buttering him up with some decent Greek alcohol.
Uh,
I'm not.
it
I'm
does
not
say here,
lying to him.
subterfuge won't work. Dimopoulos is as clever as a fox, but it's not quite subterfuge. You're
Well,
also pulling rank on him.
I'm not lying to him.
Okay.
I'm telling him the truth. I'm just trying to pull. I'm just trying to impress him with my rank. It's more of a charm, I think.
Okay. Have you got contacts?
Yes, I do have contacts.
What's your skill in contacts?
65.
That's probably the better one you want to go with.
I'll do that then. No, I should have gone with the other one. No, I would have failed either way. Yeah, no, he doesn't. He obviously doesn't like the brand of alcohol I bought.
Right. So
can
he
you flip the roll?
pumps you.
can't.
He interrogates you the whole story about the island, and he tries to get all the clues out of you. I'm going to say that because of your drunkenness, you end up drinking most of the bottle of ouzo because he keeps refilling your glass, and
Yeah.
you end up telling him pretty much everything you guys know. He makes a careful note of it.
Well, I
then
am very honest.
Yeah.
Well,
I will give you those story points for your complication. And
okay.
you come out of the police station a bit drunk, having told him everything you know, but he hasn't told you anything.
I feel like I've succeeded, and
Oh, yep, you definitely do.
I make my way back to the preordained meeting place, which I'm sure was a bar. I'll meet you back at the bar afterwards. And I get to the bar and stagger
For a
in,
nightcap.
order myself a drink, and then remember why I was in the bar, and then start looking for you guys. And then I run back to the bar to get the drink that I just paid for, and then I walk back to you, and I sit down. I say, "Fantastic success." I went in there, and I smoothed the whole thing over, and I don't think we have any more problems with the police anymore. Why was I going there again? Anyway, it's all fine now. It's smoothed all out. There's no problems anymore. No problem with the police anymore, boys. We're all clear.
We
Did you
didn't
get
have a
some-
problem with the police.
Well, we don't now. I'll tell you that. He's completely. He bought it all. He listened to the whole story, and he understands completely.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So they're dealing with it now.
I assume so. Anyone else want a drink? No. Oh, I'll just finish this one and get another round in. I stagger off to the bar.
Okay.
Right. Is anybody checking out the warehouse?
Yes, I am climbing onto a nearby roof and climbing up the drain pipe or something, and using my binoculars to spotting at a distance +2 pips. Would that be
Okay.
investigation?
So what can I tell you about the? I think that doesn't require necessarily a staff check. You're doing it very carefully. You're doing it from a distance.
Okay.
I think I will tell you what. Okay. What time of day is this?
It was
Is
morning.
this
wasn't
while Harry's talking to the policeman?
All
Yes.
simultaneous, I imagine.
it? Yes.
Okay. The warehouse is near the port, or near one of the ports, I should say. And it's got a, it's accessible to the sea, and there's a, what do they call the thing? A wooden key outside for loading and unloading cargo. There's a motorboat at the pier, and you notice the man whose photograph you saw at the auction house talking with some other guys, and I will again show you what they look like.
It's a Morgan Richards. American.
Yeah, Morgan Richards talking with these guys. Of which the guy in the fez seems to be very much the one in charge, and the guy behind him is kind of just being muscle. And there's another person there, and she looks like this. Okay. And they seem to be discussing a deal of some description.
Okay.
There is from this distance you can't tell. There may be some tension. There may be there's a lot of gesticulating on behalf of the guy in the fez. He seems to be somewhat upset. He keeps pointing out at sea, roughly in the direction of the island. Yeah, that's about as much as you can see. Obviously, you can't hear what they're saying.
Okay. Well,
Let me just say a little bit about, obviously, you were scoping it out as well. What can I tell you about the warehouse itself? You think there may be one or two of the thuggish thoughts you saw on the island kind of keeping an eye on the warehouse and its environs, so it would probably require a stealth roll to get into.
is there only the one entrance?
Sorry?
Is it just the one entrance?
Let me have a quick look. Yeah, effectively, it's got a roll-up entrance to the quay side. So to get to it, you've got to walk along the quay a bit, and then there's this roll-up door, cargo door to get in.
What's like a wooden portal?
The key is, yeah, wooden, I imagine, outside. And this is a brick-built building itself. It's quite old. I'm sure your archaeologist friend would explain how it's based on vaguely Roman architecture, but it was probably built in the 30s. Judging from, are you a bit of a cat burglar?
I am.
Judging from your innate understanding of architecture, you reckon there are probably 2 rooms inside this unit. It's part of a larger warehouse, but there's a number of doors along there, and you think each one is its own individual bonded warehouse. And within there, looking at the windows and stuff, you think there's probably a large area for stock, as it were, cargo, and then a slightly smaller area for an office or more precious cargo.
I see. Okay. I think I need to inform the others and see what plan we can come up with.
Okay, so you go back to the bar and you see Harry regaling everybody with his great success with the police, having got them entirely on side, apparently.
Okay. So, guys, I've been down to the warehouse. There's only one way in. We have to sneak through the key and see what's in the rooms. But there were.
Oh, I should say, actually, there is a window on the other side, on the shoreward side. There's a window, so that's possibly a way in.
Yeah. How high is it?
Now you're asking me. Quite high.
Quite high.
It would require somebody of athletic ability, I would imagine, to creep in.
Or if we all give someone a leg up.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
some sort of sewer entrance.
Yeah, I think you should go in the sewer.
Yeah.
That's
You
what
gotta
I
at least
vote.
check it out. You should probably go down there and just have a little rummage.
Well, there were some. There was that man Morgan Richards in the picture, and some bird looking all fancy, and 2 other guys, one muscle and one who looks like Ken Dodd.
Well, if the police are raiding it, we just what do? Sit back and wait for the medals.
Are we sure the police are actually going to raid it?
I don't know.
We don't know if they are being both for one of these sides, and even no, they will need some excuse or some proof to.
If we were in there causing a commotion, that might give them the excuse to enter.
Yeah, but they will need some kind of a reason why, or in order to erupt in the house. But they need a reason to do that.
Wow.
Do we know how is the relationship between these people and the auction warehouse? Are they in the same side or they are just enemies from to another?
Sorry, Sophia, I didn't hear you.
Yes, well, it's my voice. Don't shout that much. How is the relationship in between these people, this gang, or this society, or whatever it's called, with the auction house? Are in the same side or they're rivals?
With the auction house.
With the auction house, I think there's no connection. I think this warehouse isn't an official area at all, and this looks like a criminal gang rather than any sort of public front.
So yes, it was. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I mean, if we wait until evening night, perhaps I can try to cut the electricity supply. Which it's not much I can do being a kid really, but people doesn't pay more attention to a kid these days. We are just innocent and we don't do much. Or this is what they thought. What do I think?
Could potentially work, but we need to get in there first.
Yes,
I've
but
got to
cutting
just. Yes.
I mean, perhaps cutting electricity and go as a set of electricians there to try to sort out that issue. You have a way to go in.
Okay.
Under the cover of darkness.
Yeah.
No sneaking in, being a kind of we're going to restore electricity supply. If you don't have electricity, you need an electrician. It is a
Oh, you mean
bunch of
pose
them,
as
2, 3.
electricians?
Kind of. I don't know. It's an idea comes to my head. Or the
Possibly.
telephone. If we don't want them to contact anyone else, just cut the telephone and try to sort it out. That I don't know. Just giving ideas because there's not much I can do being a kid.
I did think of kidnapping the lady and
Just sprung to mind.
using my disguise kit and just dressing up as her and just having a little walk around.
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
vote for that.
Yeah.
I'll spend a story point for that one to happen.
It's got kidnapping, ridiculous costumes. I mean,
It's
I
got a
don't have
little-
any kidnapping. I don't know how we'll do
yeah,
that.
that's
I'm
the
not
best
entirely
bit.
sure why you need to kidnap her.
That's
the
the best bit.
Kidnapping's the key to the whole plan.
Yeah.
Falls
Yeah.
apart without the kidnapping.
Yeah, right.
Have something similar anyway.
Paz, you got that
Because-
bottle of Ouzo still?
If there's two of her, they will know one of us is
Have a
fake.
drink to that one.
Yeah, I'm going to start knocking back some Ouzo. This plan's getting good.
Same here at the same time.
We have something similar in the group. I'm a kid can
Uh,
have a nap once in a while. But
Who's got
I'm
the
thinking
chloroform?
Sophia is more sensible.
Have I got chloroform? I've probably got chloroform. I'm a
It's probably
spy.
got it.
I
Yeah,
could try
spies
that.
have chloroform.
I could
That's my
try to
spy
manage
kit.
that from. Can I get that from with a point of history point?
We just need to
Keeping in
spend a
mind
week,
that I have,
Can you just buy it from a chemist in these days?
probably.
but I don't know how common is for a commoner to buy chloroform.
I've got
From
a
a
bicycle. I remember.
Could we spend a
Um,
week just following this woman and learning every move and teaching
Ready for the
Paul
kidnapping. Yeah.
to imitate her voice
All right.
so
Perfectly.
that we can do the switcheroo?
Yeah. Seamless. I think we should do
A
that.
month or two, it'll be a perfect
Yeah.
way in.
So we're going to spend the next 5 years.
And by the time they leave the
I
island, you
will
will be
say,
proper to do that.
Paul, that you, Craig, I will say that Paul has worked out a little bit of what he was seeing earlier on and has realized that because a number of people were tied up on the island and the archaeologists have escaped, and a boat was stolen, they have guessed that somebody's onto them, and you're thinking that they were talking about clearing everything out and moving on. So
The guy pointing to the
time
island.
is limited. Sorry?
Out.
Guy pointing
missed
to the
that.
island, wasn't he?
Exactly, yes.
So we probably don't have a month.
Time to lock and load. We need to
So-
assault the building.
Go back to the firebomb plan.
Could someone rappel down the side of the wall and climb in the window?
I
Harry,
think
there are
I could do that.
precious antique. I mean, they're being faked, but I think a firebomb
Right.
would burn
That is
things
true.
that, as
I've got
you
s-
say,
safe
should be in a
things.
museum.
Should be in a museum.
Yeah, it should be an museum.
Right. I
I
can
think-
I can do the rappelling down the side of the building. I assume.
Yeah, do that and get in the window.
Right. I'm gonna do that. And then what do I do when I'm in? I'll
Let
figure
us
it
in.
out. I'm a spy. Right.
Think on your feet.
Are the doors locked? Has anyone tried the door?
Are you going to do that tonight?
Paul thinks that's probably a good idea, that they might all be gone by the morning.
Okay.
We need to
Right.
make our move.
Right.
Mm.
It's
And
time to
how-
make our move right away.
How long did we spend at the waiting for you to deal with the police?
Several hours.
Right. Excellent.
In that time, doing something, do you want me to prepare something with my chemist kit?
Yes, prepare something.
Can you make some thermite, and then
Yeah,
we
what?
can use that,
Some
like
what?
just to burn the door off, and then it will fall down, and we can all go in.
Or some truth serum.
Both of those.
Yeah.
I'll have one thermite and one truth serum, please.
Have you got a car?
I've got
Yes.
a car.
So, right. Well, we're going to get a bit of chain and attach that to the door,
just
the other
ram
end
it
to the
in.
car.
I have a
Oh, ram
four-wheel
it.
drive.
Yeah, all right, let's ram it. Yeah. All right, you ram that.
No, I'm
You get-
ramming it.
You get liquored up on your Uzo, and I'll convince you it's a good idea to ram the door very gently so you don't damage anything inside.
No, the
And
chain.
then we
I
all
like
run
the
in, and we beat them about the head with truncheons.
I think we could
It's a
just
rolling
pick the.
door,
Couldn't
isn't
we just pick the lock on this door, on this
It's-
the sliding door?
Is it locked?
Well, it'd be one of those shutters. You pull
Sorry,
it down.
hold on, guys. Is this a planning session? No, are you there now?
We're sort
there.
of, yeah, they're in the street.
Yeah.
We're
there.
planning there.
I'm
Loud-
drunk-
loudly
I'm
debating.
loudly and
Debating whether or
drunkenly
not the
pointing
door's
out different ways to get
Yeah.
into the building.
Someone rattling the padlock as we
Right, the
speak.
door is locked. Does
Well, that solves that mystery.
anybody have any lock picks?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
You're a
Ooh.
thief. You can
Um,
probably get us in here.
Ooh.
So it says I can spend one story point. Sorry.
Actually, I'm just so as you approach, actually you can see that this gang, under cover of dark, taking out of the warehouse and putting them on the boat.
God, no.
They
Mm.
are clearing out what Port has spoken.
We're almost too late.
I know.
Unless we let them
So
load
the
up the
door
boat
is unloaded.
and then
Then
steal it
steal
from
the
them.
boat.
Steal
I
the
think
boat.
Eloise is the one who
Wait.
can hotwire, is it not?
We can be millionaires.
No,
Millionaires, really?
we give them to a museum
Get in the museum.
and then
So
we get
they
a,
are leaving.
a reward.
Matthew, you said they are living in a boat.
I've got an idea. I have an idea.
They're not living in a boat. They're just
What we
loading the
do-
boat. With,
We
Good
wait
stuff.
for them
uh,
to load
Harry,
the
tell us
boat
your
up.
idea.
I didn't
then-
understand what you said.
We let them load the boat up, right?
Yes.
And then when they're finished, we create a massive distraction, and they'll come to attack us. And then Eloise just sneaks in there, hotwires the boat, blasts out of there,
And then we slip away.
and we slip away into the nighttime.
But you want us to slip away to the night, but in the night, taking the boat or doing something else.
Taking the boat.
Okay.
Well, I don't know
The
if you
same
can
boat.
actually drive boats. Do you
No.
have
I can go with Eloise. I'll
a...
help.
Yeah,
I'll drive the boat. Eloise can hotwire it.
brilliant.
We've got a bloody plan here.
I can make a distraction very easily myself.
I can
Oh,
shoot people
I'm
should
a walking distraction.
the need arise.
Okay, so you see the American guy, the Mehmet and Boris, who are the guy in the fez and the big bruiser, and the woman, and the Irishman, who Paul you didn't see before, but was obviously inside the warehouse at the time, are in shifts, basically carrying boxes out of the out of the warehouse and loading them onto the what's your plan?
As soon as they look like they're sort of finished loading it, that's when I'm going to turn up suddenly and
Right.
walk over to them and say, Morgan Richard, is that you? Oh boy, not seen you for a long time. And use my amazing bluffing powers when I get -2. And I'm intoxicated.
Nice.
Okay, let's give that a go. So you see them eventually. They're also wheeling out heavy marble statues as well, and there's a bit of a crane on the side of the boat, and they're lifting them off these gurneys and onto the boat as well. And they're the last few things that pretty much cleared out the warehouse. It's the early hours of the morning now. And then you see them sort of standing around with the job kind of done. And it's time for your distraction.
I do exactly what I said. Before I do it, I say to our whoever's left on the dock, now, if I get in trouble, I'll give you a sign. And I sort of give them a look like I've told them what that sign is. And then I walk over and I go, Morgan Richard, is that you? Well, I believe it's old boy. I'll see you for a long time.
The American, very dapper American, looks
Yeah.
at you terribly confused. It is
how-
about 1 o'clock in the morning.
How's the
so-
family doing? It's been years since I've seen you. I mean, it must have been since America. I didn't even know. How are you doing, old boy?
Okay. Are you using a skill of any sort in this
Skill.
subject?
Chasing
Um,
alcoholism.
alcoholism. Is that a skill? I am intoxicated. I have the intoxicated condition. I don't know what
Right.
that does. I guess this would be bluffing, but I'm not really trying to bluff them. I'm just trying to keep them distracted.
You're trying
I'm
to
just trying
kind
to
of
make a
get
scene.
caught.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make a big scene so that they're not looking at what they're supposed to be looking at.
Okay. But there still feels that there should be, if you were a master of this, you'd be using subterfuge to do this.
Yeah.
I am going to
I think I should get a bonus because I'm so drunk that I'm actually very convincing.
I'm going to
Convincingly drunk.
get you to roll. Tell you what, I'm going to get you because you're confident of everything. I'm going to get you to talk Greek to the Greek guys or the Turkish. You're going to talk Turkish to the Turkish guy as well, and try and get him on board. So roll 45 on your languages skill.
Okay.
And since you are intoxicated, there's going to be a condition. So it's going to give you a minus something.
Minus
think.
9.
But you get story points for it. Can't find what they can do. So I'm going to say -2 for doing it while you're
Nice.
drunk, and you get 3 story points. Up
Um,
to a maximum of 12 if you're hitting.
82.
82.
Yes.
And you can't flip languages or anything.
I can only flip charm, subterfuge, and
It's really
survival,
terrible. having a
endurance.
Okay, I am going to. You failed, but you are causing a disruption.
Can I use that to try to sneak in the boat?
I'm giving the
figure
sign
out-
as well because I've realised
Yeah.
I've failed.
So
Okay.
guns are drawn, and you're held at gunpoint by the big Russian guard Boris, who had a very accurate description of you from his Russian friend who you met earlier on.
And it's at that point that I reveal that I also know Boris.
Yes, we know each other very well, but now I work for Mehmet and you are in trouble. So I think they're going to take you into the warehouse at gunpoint, leaving the key free for the others to take some sort of action.
Okay.
Yeah, sacrificed himself for the greater good. But absolutely, all on the boat then, and then
I think once that's happening, I will stay off the boat and sneak into the warehouse.
Okay, have you got a sneak skill?
I do.
Let's roll that sneak. Yeah, let's roll the sneak first for you, and then we'll talk to the.
So
It's
good.
65. I've got a
It's good
sneak.
when you've got the right skill, isn't it?
38.
38. Okay, so you follow them into the warehouse to make sure that Harry's okay. What's happening on the boat, guys?
I think
I'm trying to.
Eloise is hot wiring it maybe, or
Yes, I'm trying to.
Well, as you get on the boat,
fiddle
you are confronted by a glamorous platinum blonde American woman. And she says, "Who are you?"
all right.
With who is she
So,
speaking with?
toss my hair back and say I'm Electra Ambrosia, world famous racing driver, of course, media darling, and yeah, sort of an all-round Greek mega celebrity.
Okay, I think she doesn't believe you, and I am going to ask.
But it's the truth. It's true.
Yeah, but she doesn't think that gives you a reason to be on her boat at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it does.
So I think you guys need to roll for initiative, and I'm trying to remember how it's done. I can't remember how it's done. You roll on your
Make an alertness task check.
alertness. That's it.
All right. Alertness. That would be. Where are we? 65. Uh-oh. I've got 82.
82. So you get 1 is your initiative.
Initiatives.
Who else is with you?
Oh, I was on
Ones.
the boat as well.
Okay,
looks-
you make an alertness task
Looks
check.
as though I have an 82
Nice.
and
82.
alertness of
Twins.
65. So I have also failed my alertness.
What did you get?
I got an 82.
And your alertness is 65.
It
right.
is, yes.
Can you flip? No, you can't. Okay, right. So you go on ones too.
Right.
Eloise, what's your alertness?
I don't have, so I have the 15. I think it's a 15 for other
15.
skills, right?
Okay.
And I roll 53, so I fail as well.
Okay, so you go on ones. Right, she goes on 6s, and she pulls a gun and says, "Get off my boat."
So, well, I guess we refuse.
So she's done that, and who's going next?
You're all going simultaneously
Right.
because you all failed your roll. However, you sense that she has, she still has her actions available to her. She's waiting for you to move, so she would also go if you make a move on her.
All right.
Someone's gonna have to take that bullet.
Yeah.
Right, well, it's going to be me. So I'm
How many enemies
military.
in the boot?
That's an honorable
Oh
death.
yeah, and you
Do
have a
some sort
special
of karate
ability,
chop.
don't you, for putting yourself in the way of other people's bullets?
Do I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Or it's a
Fight pilot,
complication, maybe.
Code of honor. Military rank. That's just dressing up. Pilot. Patriot. No, I don't think I do.
Yeah, I thought I'd read that before, but
I should
oh no,
have
you
because
gain
I'm a
6
hero.
story points when you take a hit for king and country. When an attack check actually missed or was deflected and you get shot, you get 6 story points.
Right.
Oh, it's a good one.
Okay. So you're gonna make an advance to try and draw her fire.
I was going to secretly shoot them with my pocket pistol.
Oh, are you? You're gonna right. You pull your pistol out, and she shoots first. However, and because she was already drawn, so she sees you make that move. Where is she? What's her stats? She also has a pocket pistol. Ooh. 75. She's good. And she gets 17. So she hits you and does just 1 point of damage, a glancing blow, 1 point on your vitality.
Vitality of 6. Vitality. Right.
So you're shooting, having drawn, you're shooting back at her.
I am, yes. I'm going to
Okay.
shoot her in the face.
Okay.
Execution
That was
style.
appropriate for, yeah. All right. Oh, freaky. Shooting. Is that range combat 75? Right. 21.
21.
Yes. Do I roll for damage? How does damage work?
Yes. It's your gun has, I think, probably 4 dice of damage, 4d6.
Yes. 4d X.
4 dice. Yeah.
All right. Got 2 1s, 3 1s, and a 5.
Right. Okay. So you again give her a glancing blow. Tom, Electra, and Eloise, what are you guys doing?
How many they are? The opposite side.
Seeing things are happening here, I try and sort of smack the gun out of this woman's hand.
Okay, with a melee.
Yeah.
Okay, give her a go. She
Alright.
will. She can defend herself though, because she's a major character.
I have missed.
You've missed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she simply sways out of the way. Eloise?
So how many enemies do we have? We have her plus how many?
I think it's just her. On
It's
the boat.
just her on the boat.
Yeah.
In the boat. How close is she for the boat? Or how big is the ship?
It's a reasonably large boat since it's got quite a cargo of all the stuff they've taken out of the warehouse on it.
So if I spend 1 point of
Story point, yeah.
story point, yes, because every game they call it a different way. I get confused with all these different names.
Yeah.
Can I spend 1 to make the narrative that she's close to one of the handrails of the board of the ship and try to push her off the...
Okay, you can definitely spend a story point that she's close to a handrail, but can you push her off requires a melee roll.
Yes, of course. I have a 45 per melee, so I will try to do that.
Okay.
So I have 5 points, 5 story points. I'll write it down. And now we'll do the roll. It's a 45. No, 96.
96, you miss.
Yeah.
Okay, since you were the last person to attack, she gets a second attack on you because that's one of her abilities. And let me just remind myself what her melee will be. Martial arts, octopus martial arts. She's at 65 on that. And for 45, have you got a defense roll? Eloise?
Yes, no, I don't have. But the other skills, the 15%, but nothing
Right,
like...
yeah, okay, you got a defense skill at 15. You can roll under that to avoid her blow. But otherwise, she will hit you.
Okay.
She got 45.
No.
No? Okay, so she will do 2 dice of damage. The DX, by the way, stands for if it's a 6, it rolls again.
Exploding dice.
Exploding die, yeah. X for exploding. She does 2 points of damage on you. What's your vitality?
There's so many things around there. What is the vitality?
Your vitality is on your sheet somewhere. Give me a
In that
moment.
skills box underneath your list of skills.
5.
In that,
It's 5.
5. Okay, so you're down to 3.
Hmm.
So she is quite a good combatant, as you've worked out. Let's just cut back to you guys. Oh, first of all, let's just say we're coming up to 5-2, 4 minutes 2. I assume everybody's happy to carry on until we've completed this scene and the adventure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, for me, yes.
Okay.
So in that moment, I will start to cry like a kid. At the end of the day, I'm a kid, no?
Because
Child,
you've been
yes.
hurt.
Yes. And I will, for doing that, I will try to spend a point to being young, so being ignored for the scene, and try to do something. Now I'm being injured and trying to cry, so and this
Okay.
kid is not going to do anything. I will
Right.
use that, if you allow me.
She takes another pot shot at you, Jace, with her gun.
Okay.
And hits you. Doing 1-6. Just 1-6. Oh no, that explodes, sorry. Oh, that explodes again. That explodes again. That explodes again.
Oh
4
dear.
points. 5 points of damage. 5 points of vitality.
That's the lot. I'm on 0. Whatever happens now.
So she's that was a pretty serious hit on you.
Shot me in the face.
Yeah, so effectively you weren't here when I was talking about damage last time. You don't die when you've got 0 hit points.
Right.
You've got some options. And let us just remind ourselves what these options are. Yeah, so you are now out cold.
Right.
But instead of being out cold, you can take a wounded condition or mortal peril.
Ooh.
So
Well,
if you
sound
take a
mortal
wounded condition,
peril.
you get an injury. If you take
Right.
mortal peril, then you will die
Ooh.
the next time you get hit.
So why would I take that?
you get your vitality back when you pick one of these conditions.
So with mortal peril, you can flip attack checks at will for the remainder of the scene, but it comes at a cost. If you're in mortal peril and you run out of vitality, you're not out cold, you're dead.
Well, it's tempting. I think I'd take an injury. Then.
If you get wounded,
yeah.
Being wounded has consequences later, but you stick around for some time.
All right.
And after the fight, you remain wounded. But
does that come instead of the damage then?
Yeah. Well, so no. So having gone down to 0 points, you don't take those 5 points of damage. So
Okay, so I've still got 5, but I've got the wounded condition.
Yes.
Am I still out cold?
No, you're not out cold.
Right,
You are now
right.
wounded. And I believe, hold on. all your attacks now are at -2 pips.
Okay.
So you're bleeding profusely and looking heroic, but you haven't taken those 5 points of vitality damage.
And when I attack next, if I get a 1 or 2 on my ones dice.
That's a failure,
Right.
yes.
Brilliant.
Okay, so she's shot Jace, good and proper. Tom, what are you doing?
I attempt to kick her over the side of the boat.
Okay, with a ranged combat roll, not with a ranged combat roll, with a melee roll.
Yep, yep.
You're very quiet, Tom.
Hello. Right. Oh, no, just missed.
Well, she makes an attack on. Oh, so what are you doing, Eloise?
Because
Sophia?
yes, I'm here. Because I'm being ignored right now. I'm trying to move around or behind.
You're trying to sneak around. Okay, so
Yes.
again, because you're a kid, she makes her attack on Tom, a second martial arts attack, ignoring you, but misses.
Okay. Do you know if they
Who hasn't
yes.
had a turn? Jace, you haven't had a turn. You've been shot, but you haven't had an
Right.
actual
Okay.
turn.
I will attempt to shoot her back.
You will shoot her back. Okay, so you're on 60, 75?
Yes.
Your range combat?
75. Yeah.
Yeah, but remember 1s or 2s and you fail.
There's a 9. 94.
You missed.
Yes.
Shooting wide.
Right.
It must be the pain in your shoulder.
It is. And all the
And
blood in
that's
my eyes.
Okay, I'm going to move away from this battle and see what's happening in the warehouse where we've got Paul and we've got Tom. And we have got Mehmet, Boris, Morgan, and the Irish guy whose name I've forgotten. And they go, nobody knows you're there, Paul, but they're interrogating Tom. They're interrogating Harry, I should say. And they're saying, what do you know? Have you anything to do with the island?
I give them my name, my rank, and my serial number, as I was trained to do when I was in the army.
Okay, well, I think Morgan is probably a bit arrogant, doesn't like the hated British, and I think he might just give you what is called here an American right hook. Now, light's getting dark. He hits you. You can make a defense roll.
Defense. And if I don't have that, that means I'm on 15. I don't think I've got it. And 94. Why can none of us roll low?
Right, okay. So he will do you with his American White Hook 2 dice of damage. And one of them's a 6. 2 points of vitality loss as he thumps you. He says, less of your lip, blimey.
Where does he punch me?
He slapped you around the face for being rude. These heavies here are entirely under my command. I could have you killed and thrown in the river, thrown in the sea.
I want to spit blood in his face.
His skill that he's using.
Yeah.
He's using his brag about himself skill at 105. And whoa, he succeeds. Okay, so I just want to say that. Carry on now, Tom. What were you saying?
I obviously I want to spit blood in his face, as is traditional after you've been punched in the face.
Okay, range combat.
Is that a sniper roll?
Yeah.
And I miss.
Okay.
I missed by 2 points.
Have you told the police? He says.
The police are surrounding us right now. They're all ready to pounce on my mark.
Okay, now, given that you're telling the truth there, again, make your languages roll to see if you also explain it to the Turkish guy in Turkish.
No, I'm getting some different dice out. Bad dice. Okay. No, he didn't understand my garbled, drunken ramblings.
Right. Given, though, that you have convinced him, Morgan says, and they haven't understood your drunken ramblings, the thugs. Morgan says, stay here. Keep an eye on him. I better check on the boat.
Solid
And
plan.
makes a dash for it. Meanwhile, though, the forger, Adam Finley, is trying to sneak out of the window. Paul, nobody else is paying attention to this scene, but you are.
Is there anything else in the warehouse that I can see to make it
pretty empty now. There are probably. Well, tell me what you think you might want to use, and I can tell you how likely it is to be there. But there's broken packing cases, there's shelving units, there's probably a crowbar or two.
Okay.
You could definitely spend a story point to make something there if you wanted it.
I don't know. I think I need to try and catch this guy coming out of the window.
Okay, so
Is that an agility?
yeah, I reckon so.
All right. So I would run up and try to jump and pull him out of the window. So that's a 65. And I've rolled 14.
14. You grab him and pull him back as he's halfway through the window. Yeah. This, though, has alerted Mehmet and Boris to you, or your presence. And Mehmet says something in Turkish, which I think you don't understand.
Nope.
And Boris pulls a pistol and shoots you. Or shoots at you, I should say. We'll find out whether he shoots you. No, and misses, though. It thuds into the wall above your head, narrowly missing Adam Finley. And he says, "Get off me, man! This place isn't for shooting. I'm an artist." That's my really bad Irish accent, by the way. Bagora, top of the morning to you.
Okay. Damn. I do not have any
Right.
weapons.
Now that everybody's in action, can I get you guys to make a alertness roll?
Everyone.
No, you've already you already got initiative.
92.
Yeah, you failed. That's one.
I failed as well. 64.
64. You're all on one. We've got to do something about this initiative system, I think. I'll reread it to see that I'm not screwing it up. I think so. Okay, so they have the upper hand. There's only the two of them there. Right, I think Mehmet is going to try and knock you out, Harry. And he gets he fails to do so. Slaps you ineffectually around the head, but it doesn't hurt at all.
I laugh at him.
Boris is going to shoot at you again. Given you're on the other side, you can use a defense roll to hide among the shelves if you want to. But no, his bullets are thudding all over the place, but not actually anywhere near you. Okay, back to the boat. You are wounded, Jace. She is moving about the boat, trying to get to the control tower, but at the same time shooting at you among the boxes. And since she thinks she's taken you out, Jace, and doesn't care about Louise, she will now shoot at you, Tom.
Right.
I need to get a light on this. Oh, she gets a 2. So the successful hit on you. And does 1 point. Little
Damage.
glancing blow.
All right. I was still wounded from that last one. That hasn't healed, has it?
No, right,
Right.
yeah. So you should be taking -2 as well.
Well, I'm not wounded. Sorry, I'd lost some hit points rather. So.
Oh no, I think you've recovered from that last scene.
Okay.
Vitality recovers pretty quickly.
Fair enough. Okay. I'm on 4 then. All right. Yep. Grazed. There.
Right. What are the 3 of you doing?
So she's now heading towards the back of the boat?
No, there's a
Oh, like
a
the
deckhouse.
sort of, yeah. Okay. I'm going to try and put myself in between her and that and still keep sort of trying to, I don't know, wrestle her down to the floor or something.
Okay. I want you to make a move roll first, or agility roll or something, and then see whether you can actually head her off at the pass, as it were.
Agility. I don't have agility, so that would be a fail.
Okay, so you can't get between her, but you can catch her up and make an attack on her.
No, 66. Is that super bad or something?
It is. So that's bad karma. So what there's karma in combat is a thing that happens.
Next check is at -2 pips. Says here, I think.
Okay, right. You've found it before me. Is you doing anything?
Yes, I will try to go into the driving panel and try to fiddle just to make it unable to start the engine.
Okay, yeah. Just
so
pull
because
out
there are
the
some
ignition
people on
wire
the
or something
because
like
there are
that.
some people on the pier and trying to make it impossible for her to leave the dock. So if it's not us, we need someone else just to stop her. Trying to fiddle that.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
do a
I
roll.
think you've got there because you were ignored for the last couple of rounds.
Yes.
So I'm not going to let. Yeah, I don't think you need to make a roll. I think you have something as simple as that quite effectively.
Okay.
Jace.
That's me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to return fire.
You're shooting at her still. Okay. -2, remember?
Yes. That's another 97.
Tell you what, Chase, as soon as the game shop opens again, buy yourself a new pair of percentile dice.
I might do that. Hey, I've got a different pair anyway. I'm going to swap dice. Right.
Okay.
Carry on. Ignore my shame.
Right. That's everybody here. Oh no. So Tom and Paul, what are you doing?
So they're shooting at Paul.
Yeah.
I'm standing right in front of these the Russian
Mehmet
and the
is slapping you around the head, trying ineffectually to knock you out.
yeah. I want to. What I'm going to do is while I'm ducking and weaving from this guy, I grab my pipe off the floor, which was slapped out of my hand, and I sort of tap it out into their faces, so the ash sort of temporarily blinds them.
Okay, I think that's still a melee roll.
Okay, well, that's going to be very ineffective in that case.
Well, except I'm going to give you +3 for that tactics. So get
Okay.
1, 2, or 3 on your ones, and that's a success.
2. 92.
You got a 2.
Yeah.
92. There you go. I roll 2d6.
2d6. 2d6. 3 and a 4. Does that do anything?
So that's a 4. So you've got a point of vitality on him, and he's holding his face to his eyes because he's tobacco in his eye. Oh.
I don't. So has one of them left to go to the boat? Did you say?
Yeah. Morgan went out back to the boat because he's scared of the police that are surrounding the warehouse. If only they were.
Yes. I don't have any weapons. Damn. Well,
Is there something else you can do? Like get in the office and call the police?
maybe. I think that's the only option I have. What role would that be?
Pretty sure they're on their way anyway.
A few gunshots.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Harry definitely said.
Yes, I think I could possibly try to run past into the office.
Try to stealth past because you've got lots of furniture in here that's you can hide behind.
Oh, okay. So that would be sneak again at 65.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go for that. 86.
Percentile systems. I love them. Okay. Right. So the Irish guy, Alan, who you forgot about, says, "Where are you going?" And draws the attention of Boris, who will take a shot at you, but not now. Mehmet runs out of the warehouse after Morgan, jabbering in Turkish. You don't understand him unless you want to make a language roll. Anybody?
I can make a language roll. Oh, actually got it. 23.
Okay. He's shouting to Boris, they're going to take us. They're going to take everything. Stop them. I realize he's just trying to escape and leave us here with these idiots. Meanwhile, back on the boat, Morgan climbs aboard with the rope of the painter in his hand that ties the boat to the shore, and he says, "Time to go, Miss Gray. The police are apparently on their way." He doesn't particularly know that there's been gunshots out here. Well, no, he probably does, but he assumes that Miss Gray has very efficiently dealt with everybody. Miss Gray, on the other hand, knows that she still has to try and kill you both. You're relatively point blank, so she's going to take a shot at you, Electra, and gets 100. Misses wildly. And that's bad karma for her as well. You've got bad karma on this roll, but you can still try a thwack at her.
Right, let's get it well. 26. That is a hit.
Okay, roll 2d6 for me.
2d6.
Oh.
Double threes.
Double threes.
I think that's not
That's
enough.
not enough damage. She,
Right.
yeah, well, that would have been good, but she doesn't. She absorbs that damage. You're now, if you're shooting at her, Jace, you will be shooting into a melee with a chance of shooting at your friend Electra.
Oh, tragic.
Right, you're a crack shot.
Yeah, it's good. I've trained my entire life for this.
Exactly.
Right,
What a
here we go.
waste.
Here we go. 23.
23. Roll
Yes.
4d6.
Oh, finally.
2 5s, a 2 and a 2.
The 2 5s do damage to number 169, Miss Gray. And she is definitely feeling rocky. Morgan Richards, though, draws. He sees you shooting at her. And he says, "Miss Gray," and he draws out of his cane a rapier and
No.
waves it in your direction, showing off his terrific fencing skills.
Some lightning fast martial arts skills.
Eloise, you haven't had a turn this round.
Okay, so I coming back. Where is the combat? I believe she's doing some kind of martial arts. So at some point she's just balancing in one leg, doing I don't know what the hell with another one.
A bit of Tai Chi you're doing.
No, she's doing some kind of kicking at some point. So we'll just keeping her balance in one leg while she kicks or while she moves or while she does something else. And I'm trying to find a kind of a rope or something and trying to make her put the rope around her leg and push it in one of that moments just to make it lose the balance and face the deck of the ship.
Okay, that looks quite complex.
Or something
So
like
I'll
that.
give you +2, but you got to make a melee roll.
Okay.
So that's 45 you want to get, but anything with a 1 or a 2 will succeed.
With a 1 or 2. No. No. It's a
So you
90.
miss.
Yes.
Sorry, Eloise, you're breaking up.
That 90. 90.
90.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So another
sadly you miss.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm losing track of where people are. Harry, what are you doing?
Just remembered I am probably still intoxicated,
Yeah.
so I should be taking some sort of penalty, I'm sure. So I'm in front of these guys. Yeah, or bonus. The one of them ran out. Who's
Yeah.
that? Is it just Boris in the warehouse with me?
Well, yeah, but Boris has been called to go and follow Mehmet out, but he's still shooting at Paul.
And Paul's running to get the to try and phone for help.
Yes. Well, Paul's trying to sneak.
But I
the
failed.
Irish guy pointed out that he was sneaking.
Is there something I can do to assist Paul? Is there some sort of can I assist his role somehow by
Well, tell
interfering
me
with this
how.
guy? Well, I was thinking, if I could kind of wrestle with this guy a bit with the intent of making it easier for Paul to get out there and I don't
Wrestle
know,
with the Irish guy.
whoever's the Irish guy, just to get Paul to get out of here more easily and call for help.
Or Boris. Okay. But you haven't got a melee roll, or your melee roll is
My melee roll is awful. I sort of ranged combat and
if you're
agility.
wrestling, melee is the one you want to use. And is there anything else you can do?
Yes, I don't know what it is yet. Some sort of survival roll. This was pulling out a pocket knife and stabbing him as a survival roll. What about agility? Can I use agility to be agile?
Your ranged combat is 45.
Yeah. Can I throw something at him?
I would say that when you walk 500 miles,
Yep.
You
Walk 500 more.
That's my second skill.
you learn how to throw the knife, so I'll give you a +2 on knife throwing. If
Okay.
you want to throw your trusty penknife
Okay.
at Boris.
I will do that then. 24. Actually got it.
24.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Probably goes in his eye. That's what normally happens.
Yeah.
4D. Roll 4d6. That's a pretty meaty knife, that survival knife.
1, 3, 5, 5.
1, 3, and 2 5s.
Yeah.
Okay. You've hit Boris and stuck it in him. Ow, he says in distinctly Russian accented Turkish. Paul, do you want to make a sneak roll as he's distracted again?
57. Succeeded.
You're
65.
Okay. So you dial the Greek equivalent of 999 and somebody speaks Greek on the other end of the phone.
Does anyone on the other end of the phone speak French or English?
Well, you could ask him.
Hello?
Yes, how can I help you?
Me no speako Greeko.
Yeah, you know speako Englisho either.
Okay, come down to the warehouse, quick.
And you give them the address and call them. Okay, right, we're in the end game now. Almost immediately, you can hear in the distance sirens blaring. So let us decide. Boris hears this. Mehmet had warned him about the police. He immediately holsters his pistol and runs out onto the quay. I think I think Miss Gray is going to shoot at the person who shot her last is you. So I think she's going to go for you again, Jace. And gets a 12 and deals you 2 points of vitality.
Right.
Rude.
Down to 3.
Meanwhile, Morgan is also jabbing at you with his sword.
Oh,
I can't find his character. Give me just a sec. Hold on for a moment. Bad guys. There we go. He has 75 skill in his sword and gets 20 on the bottom. And that sword does 5 dice of damage. One of which explodes. So that's 2 points of damage. 2 points of vitality on you with his sword. He stabs you. Get it going, Mrs. Gray. Get it going. Okay. Eloise, what are you doing?
Okay. Keeping in mind that I'm good with medicine, can I make a roll in medicine or to know a good place just to knock down this lady? Giving to know a good place and then try to attack her somehow.
Okay.
Nerve pinch.
You
Yes.
want to do a nerve pinch as we're running half an hour over long. I'll let you do that. I'm on other times. So make a medicine roll.
Okay, 65. Okay. Oh my dear God. 100.
wow.
Right.
I think you nerve
Bad
pinch
karma.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm desperate and I just pinch myself. This is unreal. So I'm trying to wake up. You know, it's
Yes, you I think you might actually. I might be saying that you've tried to rummage in your bag, and you've spilt your own bottle of chloroform that you happen to have in your medical bag. And given your sleepy complication, I'm going to evoke that sleepy complication as well as your -2. So you're at -5 now for all actions.
okay. In that case, yes, okay, it's not my round, but
Tom, what are you doing?
Uh,
That is to say, Electra.
Right. Right, so I'm still sort of in this flailing fist fight of sorts with the woman with the gun, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
All right. Let's try one last time, I guess, to get off this boat. Nope, 97.
That household of yours must curse for Santal dice. Jace.
Rigged in the wrong direction.
Gonna shoot. I guess the woman.
Which target?
The woman.
The
She
woman
was
still.
wounded. Yeah.
Okay.
90.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I managed to roll into the way of that one.
Yeah.
can you not flip a dice? That would be a 9. What can you do to flip the?
I'm not sure I can flip it. Can I?
No, you can flip
combat?
pilot skill.
If we were all sat in a racing car or an aeroplane.
I should have got my plane.
Do you
Should've-
know a racing boat?
Should have dive bombed it.
Yeah.
Like you said, just burn the warehouse down. Would have been the
Exactly.
best option.
Oh,
It turns out we're all incredibly inept at combat.
Maybe
Which is kind of the point of this game. It's not meant
Hmm.
to descend into a shootout.
Yeah, we probably should have just done nothing.
We've done it wrong here.
We could have just had a nice holiday in Greece, could we?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
We got that fancy boat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Return the rental and then headed off.
Jesus. What were we thinking?
Island hopping.
Then there are flashing blue lights, and
I mean, Harry called it in. What more could we do?
Just in the nick of time. As I predicted, I planned.
Yes.
And the police come and round everybody up. You're all arrested until they work out what's going on. We spend a night in the cells, everybody.
Even me, I'm a sleepy lady, a sleepy girl.
Yeah, well, they would do something with you, except you're fast asleep. So they decided they might as well leave you in a cell on your own as well until the morning to sort you out and call children's services. In the meantime, let's just see what happens at the end. So I think we can count this scenario at least a partial success in that we rescued the professor and his granddaughter. We probably stopped the smuggling of the artifacts, both the real and the fake ones. I'm not sure whether we brought the criminals to justice, but I'll still call that a major success. So this would count in the sort of experience points and checks you get and things like that. In the end, after they've interviewed you all, they don't like people who smuggle artifacts, and they definitely don't like people who keep people prisoner. So Adam Finley will be charged with making and selling fake art and dealing in stolen artifacts. He, though, spills the beans on everybody to get a light sentence. Mr. Richards will try and bribe the police. And indeed, he's quite wealthy. And so they get let off, which puts you in a difficult position for some time. But in the end, they realize, particularly with the professor coming to explain his side of the story, that you guys are fighting on the side of right. So you would get a status check, which puts your status up. And you get another status check for your stopping the things getting stolen. And that is the end of the adventure.
We got there.
So I'm going to just turn off the streaming.
It's a nice
Thank you,
game.
everybody who listened to us.
Thank you.